Ready.
53. 53. Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm going to come back to you.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, Shelton. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Hustle. Let's go. Mike 42, Mike 42. Target.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Shelton. That's complete. It's Gordon. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Five.
Operating from the gun. Shelton. And that will be incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
Fielded just inside the 20. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Now it's Wilson. And this will be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Charger drive about to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shelton for Keenan Allen. That's complete. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
General West.
Check 9, check 9.
From the gun, Shelton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Jim. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Looking to throw. Shelton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Blair, second-round pick from Utah, there to bat it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Smith. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 43-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Operating from the gun, Shelton. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one.
Come on, set. 15, run.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Shoot.
From the gun, Shelton. And it's complete. What a catch at the 7. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tremont Smith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Coming to you. Check 4.
14. Go. I got you.
Mike 42.
On third down, Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Charger drive about to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Down. 18 Gator.
Check 53's Mike. There's a party now.
Get it.
Throwing on first down. Shelton. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often
nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go to the football. Down.
There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 8 yards there helps, but they're still stuck now. 3rd and long coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Wilson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They're taking momentum.
This is caught at the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
Go, guys, 4 down, 4 down.
Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Watch out, watch out. Watch out.
Team.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The second quarter score, meanwhile, down in Arizona. The Raiders are out to an early lead, and we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Charger drive about to get going. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. His throw incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Switch.
Zebra.
Here's Wilson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's make these babies cry. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Shelton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Hey, look. Friday.
49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. It's been long.
Let's go.
To throw is Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. A third-quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Push him back.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready? 15, line it. 15 line.
Mike, 53.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
He'll find Metcalf. And he coughed it up. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
60 outlaw.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Shelton. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 19 yards away. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. And the Seahawks on third down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check. Easy.
From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught by Coleman.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a...
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. Fights through and now a crease. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Give them an even 20 yards there on the pickup as a fake punt fooled everybody. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
42, Mike 42. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. On the draw play, Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Seahawks on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And that touchdown there, it's not going to get them a win. It makes things a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
Extra point up and through by Myers. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And that will shave one more off this lead. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Back to throw. Shelton. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen. 26 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, flush to his right. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Wilson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Coleman on the draw.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Alert, 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 alert.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Listen. Go, 40.
44 to Mike. 45. Check. Hey, defense, let's go. Fofo's to Mike. Mike's Fofo. Watch the room.
12.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read.
Here we go.
5.
Off the play fake. Shelton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for L.A. It's taken to the 26. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
19. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Mike's 42. Got it. Get the ball.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Myers connects on the PAT. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm coming.
On the counter, here's Gordon. And an alley to run. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.
not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? I'm highly favored, don't wanna play me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day